Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this video. Welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be the first 9 holes that you'll see on my channel. I have a couple friends coming over to come play with me. My good friend Christian Enos, along with Wes Harden. So we're going to play 9 holes. I'll probably chat back and forth with Christian for a little bit. But yeah, this is kind of one of the last times I'll be able to get to play out here. The season, and the golf season, is going to end here shortly with the weather, with it being colder. We're supposed to get some snow sometime next week. So, you know, just one of the last times, you know, kind of like my first round in Utah / last in Utah for this YouTube channel, just because, you know, my wife and I are going to be moving within the next 4 weeks. So from there, again, golf season will be over here in Utah. So hit a couple balls on the range, get loosened up. It is cold. I can already feel the muscles tightening and cramping up after working today. So again, we're just gonna wait for them to come on by, and then again, I'm just gonna hit a couple balls on the range, get warmed up. So welcome back to the channel, and hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so we're at the first hole of River Oaks Golf Course. I have my good friend Christian here playing with us. So,
how we doing?
It's gonna be his first time on the channel too. So we're just gonna kind of this is again the first of this kind of video. So I'm just gonna kind of ask him questions along the line. He'll be recording my swing, I'll be recording his swing. And, you know, we'll just have some fun with it. We're also playing with my buddy Wes, who just lost the ball and went splash town, so that'll be fun. He has a kid with him. I didn't ask him if he wants his kid on video, so I'm not gonna record him for those kind of purposes. I don't think he wants his golf swing on this channel either, but we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna ask Christian a quick question though. So Christian, real quick, what got you into golf?
What got me into golf? Growing up, one of my best friends was a big golfer, and I'd go every now and then, but I never got into myself. So it was actually when I was 20 years old, got a set of golf clubs for Christmas, and started to ease my way into it. Would go driving range once or twice a month, and then I've really gotten into it most heavily over the last year, going out a couple times a month or so. But a lot of room to grow, but it's fun just getting out in the outdoors. There's a lot of beautiful courses in Utah, so.
Okay, so Christian is the pastor of our church right here in Salt Lake City. So he's been a disciple for about 7.5 years. If you don't know what a disciple is, let me know and we can study it out. So I'm going to ask him just kind of one question per hole, and it'll just be answered throughout the golf cart. So your first year as a disciple, what would you say was your theme the first year?
My theme of the first year as a disciple, I would say, is rebirth. I just really got into like a worldly lifestyle up until I moved to San Francisco when I was 20. In those first couple of years, became a disciple, was baptized in 2016 when I was 22, and that first year just represented just rebirth, just really just immersing myself in God and the scriptures, and totally changing my lifestyle. I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking, and just really reinvented myself that first year.
Nice. All right, I think we're at one of our balls. We're gonna see what we got going on here. All right, so I got on my ball. I got about 250. Yeah, my swing from the range didn't translate to the course. I was known as Ranger Rick in high school because it's great on the range, come to the course, terrible. So we got 250. I'm gonna hit my 3-wood and we'll see what happens. So I pulled mine over by the power line, yanked it. Christian here's got about 220. He's gonna go 3-wood. We're still a little tight, even though we went to the range. It's cold, so we're gonna blame it on the cold. Okay, so first year, say rebirth as your theme. What's the best advice you would give to someone going into the first year as a disciple?
First year as a disciple, really fight to build your closest relationships inside the kingdom. So obviously when you come in, you don't, outside of a couple weeks at Bible studies, you don't have deep relationships. Sometimes the temptation can be to build your relationships in the world and in the kingdom and sort of focus on both. But I would say any advice would be just fight to build deep roots and deep relationships with people in the church. It's just going to help you with guidance, help keep you out of trouble. And those are going to be the relationships that help sustain you the rest of your life spiritually.
Nice. Yeah, I think for the first year for me, not to say that I cut ties completely with my friends that were in the world, but I kind of had like a good idea of like who's going to be a bad influence.
Yeah.
And again, even like friendships that I built in that first year, I still have to this day. So yeah, it's definitely awesome. So again, I yanked it over here, so I'm just going to drop, and I got around 50 yards or so. It's a hole 2. What did it say? 434? 434 from the blues. Christian and I are playing the blues. You probably have no business playing the blues based off of where our game is. Excuse me, but we're just here to have fun. So we got Wes playing a little army golf. Yeah, so that was year 1. So take us a little into year 2. What was like your overall theme? So what was that? 2016? 2017?
Yeah, that would have been 2017 to 2018. I will say character development.
Ooh, okay.
That was the year I got my first. Towards the end of the year is when I moved to Silicon Valley, and got my first chance to really lead at a higher capacity, to help lead the Silicon Valley region. First time leading a household. Graduated from San Francisco State, and so really had to commit myself like what I was going to do after, and that was when I really decided to pursue ministry as like a full-time path. So, but it's a lot of character development. I think just new challenges. I was out of school for the first time. I was moving out of. I wasn't living with family for the first time in my life up until that point. Lived with either my parents or my brother.
Yeah, I can relate.
So yeah, just character development, a lot of firsts and a lot of challenges and a lot of mistakes, but a lot of growth too. So that was year 2 for sure.
Nice. All right, he's got just a little over 200 yards here, so we'll see what we can do.
There we go. Nice shot.
All right, so I went long of the green on this back hill over here. So I'm just gonna put the phone down and I'm just gonna record and finish this hole up. It's crazy. My phone was on 70% when we started this. It's on airplane mode, and now it's like at 12%. So I'm gonna have two more questions for Christian. Let me see. 172 from here. Again, I don't have a rangefinder. I don't have a videographer. So again, when it comes to this, again, this is just kind of like the starting project. You know, a lot of times, I can wish that I had all those things, but I don't. I'm gonna be grateful for what I have. Just work with it. So we got 172 to the middle from here, and pace it out. 1, 0, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So 165 to the middle. Playing a little downhill, 155. I'm gonna go with a 155 shot. 150, 155.
Nice shot. You're over.
Stand a little closer to the ball. I don't know, I think I might become a coach. So again, like I said, this will only be like a 4-hole video. We're coming up with the last hole, so we're gonna get as much of this little Dtime Tee Time that we can, so to speak. So character development into year 2. You're now 7.5 years, and you are now married.
Yeah.
So how would you say character development helped you going into getting married, and now leading a couple churches?
Yeah. I think it's huge. I mean, character development, really just growing up. I think that becoming a disciple expedites your maturity.
I would agree.
That you just get thrown in a lot more situations. So I was grateful that, when I started dating and then coming into marriage, I had the opportunity to deal with, a lot of different people, already a lot of different situations, financial situations, life situations, relationship stuff, and been able to help guide people through different situations. But also, even when I wasn't like the top guy, just being able to sit at the feet of Kwaku and Jason, a couple of the leaders in my life, and see how they navigated a lot of difficult relational, financial issues within the church. And so coming into the marriage, just learning some principles of how to deal with conflict within the marriage and financial conflict and a lot of the major things, coming into marriage and then leading a church. I was grateful that when I led my first church, it was during COVID, so
okay,
it was new for everybody. So, but we were able to do a lot of stuff over Zoom and do stuff with the San Francisco church while we were in Sacramento. And so God, I think, really protected me as far as just really easing me into leadership and hardship. And, here we are now. We've led, 2 churches. We got also 2 regions in San Francisco church. So 7.5 years, a lot of, different trials and challenges, but a lot of just great opportunities to, grow in my character through the years. Absolutely.
Nice. Yeah, I can, again, for me, even being a newly married man, just a little over 2 years, I know, a lot, it does come with a lot of learning, so I'm grateful, to have you in my life to, help my wife and I guide us through those things, financially, especially preparing for a move, like how that can look like financially, all those things. So, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, all right, this is going to be the last hole. We'll probably talk a little bit more on the way over there. I have one final question for Christian, and then we'll end this video. So part 4, 350,
361.
361.
Nice shot.
Okay, it's the last question. So you've been married for 3 years now?
Yeah, 3 years. It was 3 years in September. Or no, 4 years. 4 years in September. Yeah.
4 years. Married for 4 years. Devin, she's incredible. Great friend to us as great friend to my wife and I as well. Incredible singer. So this being our last hole, and this being your first time ever living in Utah.
Yeah.
As well, and being out of the state in California, first and foremost. So you've been in Utah for a little over a year.
Yeah.
So how would you describe, because essentially you've done this twice. You've gone to go lead a church that was already planted. Then you went to go start a region in Santa Cruz. And then in the same way here, we sent out a mission team to California. Then your wife and yourself and a couple of other disciples that you guys are near and dear and close with came out here to, help through that transition and assume the leadership just in July of last year. So how would you say that this last year and some change has been leading the Salt Lake Church along with living in Utah?
Yeah, it's been this last year, like you said, it's a lot of transition, and but it's been awesome. I mean, obviously both of us living in California our whole lives before moving here. It's been awesome. I didn't know what to expect. I'd never spent really much time in Utah, hadn't really known anyone who's been here for any substantial amount of time, so I didn't really know what to expect, but it's been a pleasant surprise. I mean, great people, just very friendly people, the beauty, just the nature. Again, like I mentioned earlier, a ton of golf courses, and the church has been awesome. And honestly, like, we've even found some like great restaurants as well, some Mexican food, some great Italian food, great Indian food. So great friends, being able to build great relationships with you and Wes, and so yeah, I think it's been refreshing. I would say is a good word. Just getting a fresh start. New state, just new lifestyle a little bit. Being able to live this close to the mountains, and
it's something.
Is something, man. So it's been refreshing, I would say, is the word, and a lot of fun. So check out Salt Lake City if you haven't.
Nice. It's not bad. So the microphone, we switched phones. The microphone doesn't work on his phone. It's totally fine, but I'm gonna just drop where he was because this is where I went out. So I got 125 as well.
Nice shot.
Okay, so that wrapped up the fourth hole. So again, we are done with the video. We're just gonna golf the last holes here because again, my phone died, so now I'm using Christian's. And then the microphone again didn't connect. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna ask Christian one last question, and then we'll close out the video. So final question: what's the best piece of advice you can give somebody right now who either wants to have a relationship with God or currently is a disciple and wants to grow in the relationship with God?
I think it's not overthinking it. I think to grow in a relationship with God, whether you're a disciple, whether you grew up religious or not, I think the solution is always in the scriptures. So I'd encourage anybody who wants to grow as a disciple or just grow closer to God in any way, shape, or form, to get into a Bible study, get deeper into the scriptures. If you feel like you're a little stagnant, you're a disciple, you read your Bible 20 minutes a day, start reading your Bible 40 minutes a day. Just wherever you're at, just spend more time with God and the scriptures and a prayer, and I promise it's going to pay off in the end.
Gotcha. What's your favorite verse right now?
My favorite verse right now, I think I think along the lines of, I have a few, but one that even goes along with what we're talking about, 2 Chronicles 16:9, for the eyes of the Lord range throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him. So the strength comes from committing our hearts to God, and that's one that's really been resonating with me right now. So
nice. All right, well, that's
Amen.
it, and let's
Thanks,
finish it
man.
out.